The holidays are supposed to be joyful, but it's easy for it to quickly become a burden. Dr. Shad Marvasti says you should focus on being with family and friends and not perfection.
We don't want to give ourselves unrealistic expectations, right? You're not going to have the perfect dinner, the perfect setup. And also, I think there's a lot of financial pressure, right, in terms of gift giving and doing all sorts of things, to really throw together the best celebration ever. And so if we can take off some of that stress by finding ways to cultivate healthy habits and change our perspective and our expectations, then we can go a long way to reducing that stress and really getting through the holidays in the best way possible.
Dr. Marvasti said stress associated with the holidays can cause depression, impact our sleep, and cause us to give up our healthy eating habits.
People tend to overindulge, so if we eat too much, we tend to also have more of the sugary snacks and things like that. So someone who has pre-diabetic, I've seen patients go from pre-diabetes to full-out diabetes. People will gain a few pounds. We also have this concept of holiday heart. If people overindulge in things like alcohol, where they can cause an arrhythmia and they end up in the emergency rooms.
In order to avoid holiday health pitfalls, the doctor says indulging a little is okay, but to plan an outdoor activity with your family like hiking or yoga, and go shopping for healthy foods and cook as a family. And if the holiday party buffet is your stress trigger, try to reach for whole foods.
Adding a serving of whole vegetables and fruits is always going to lead to boosting our immunity. Fermented foods are also good, like yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut. All those also help to boost our immunity, especially in the winter months when we have more of a cold and flu seasons.
If the holidays are a sad time for you, reach out if you feel lonely, or seek out community, religious, or social events that can offer support. Volunteering your time can also help others while lifting your spirits. Dr. Marvasti says no matter the time of the year, one thing to always keep in mind is self-care.
One quick takeaway is to take personal time for yourself. Every single person should do that, whether it's quietly sitting down and focusing on your breathing, going for a walk, if you're into meditation, doing that, if you're into biking, if you're into yoga, whatever you're into that kind of is your Zen moment of peace, making sure you carve that out and set those boundaries is really important. And sometimes, just as important as the activities is also the rest. Because a lot of times we don't take any time to rest. We don't take any time for ourselves, so you don't process things, you get overwhelmed, and we really need to take that space, that sacred space needs to be there for each individual, and encourage everyone in your family to do that too, so everybody can be happy and healthy for the holidays.